Hello collective, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, if you'd like to subscribe, there's a button below, also notification bell on the side which helps alert you to up and coming videos. We are on here to talk about the full moon, super full moon in Taurus, which is happening on the 5th. So we'll go through the spiritual aspects for you, the energy aspects. We'll get some cards, we'll get some messages, but it is huge. It is the biggest, most powerful, closest to the earth full moon that we are having this year. It is it's got some interesting energy. Remember, full moons are completion of a cycle. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the bottom of my cards. Completion of a cycle. And there's so many major planets moving now and a retrograde from the 19th to the 29th. We have Mercury in retrograde, which is highly emotional tone to it. And it's got huge emotional big heavy bricks to carry there or process, so there's a lot going on. But when the full moon, super full moon, is closest to the earth, everything is super duper intensified. As we always tell you, it is intensified for a reason, to purge, to bring the truth up, all those hidden, blocked emotions you did or did not know were there come up to the surface. It's a purge, it's a cleanse of energy, of stuck energy. It's where your heart, mind and soul come into link with self from a higher energy connection, your spirit self connected to your journey, your soul, your destiny, and pushes you into transformation, elevation, activation where you couldn't. Okay, so it's really your soul and your heart is energy, and the contracts that they have with your higher self, which is yourself, this lifetime, that is always reacts to whatever is going on in your life, but particularly these major transits, big planets moving, taking big actions to force you into those changes and growths spiritually for yourself this lifetime. So the Taurus energy is very grounded, very stable, loves comfort, okay? It's about sustenance, nourishment and stability, material aspects where I feel grounded, nourished, replenished, okay? Like the good things in life, the good feelings in life, the stability of things, even within yourself that's around you, but also with yourself. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It's all I've got. So these spikes that you're going to feel, emotional spikes and sudden rushes of energy, and then it'll deplete just as quickly, okay, just as suddenly, is all these energies moving through you that your higher conscious wants to shift, okay? So keep all that in mind. The actions you're taking now mean everything. While we have major planets moving and shifting, while we are experiencing high emotional activation, revelation, alignment, purging, whatever it is, realization, you are in the higher frequencies. You're really open then for where you're aligned to. Okay, so the actions you're taking now mean everything with the divine, the alignment, your truths. So if you're finding yourself putting your energy, time and effort into things every day, that you're just like you really are just doing it through programming, beliefs, you could really struggle with that. Like this could be breaking point. If you're trying to connect and trying to work things through with people and trying, it's like the paradox of that is you're going to see where you're not, let's say where you're faking it, yeah, where you're trying to make it happen, where you're conjuring up feelings just because, where you're doing things that you don't really would like doing. So it's like that contrast or paradox between where I'm finding my peace and my relax and my chill and my comfort and my zone, and through disruptions, through discomforts, through misalignments, through energy distortions, through misalignments, where is that disturbing my world? It's a very frustrating energy, and you're going to have those back and forth fluctuations. So the key here is to be really grounded in self, in truth, in alignment, and speak your truth, which the scorpionic energy, the Venus energy, the retrograde energy will make you go back into things, look over things, speak truths where they need to be spoken, because as we move through Scorpio transformation and into Sag season, we are that's the real truth. You know, not your truth, maybe it is your truth, but it's the divine truth, the energetic truth, you know, where we override ourselves to make others happy, make it work, get something we want that's not for us. Okay, so that's why we're saying actions you take now mean everything to you, to your alignment, to destiny, to manifestations. The spiritual and the physical now become one. So everything you're putting your time, energy, and effort into will form and become one. So the spiritual and the will come into the 3D. So that's why your alignment to whoever, whatever, wherever, to yourself and others is important. Where you're going, what you're doing, and you're going to feel it all, okay? And the other reason we feel everything, and you need to feel everything in the truth of everything, is because then it can't control you. There's a saying, you know, people who like to be alone, or people, well, I shouldn't say like to be alone, I should say people that can be on their own, can be alone, they've processed so many emotions, okay? It's not that they like to be on their own. Their peace comes from in, okay? Their inner peace is more important. Their peace, they've learnt to purge every emotion. They've had to face every fear or most fears alone. They've had to solve it, recreate it, start it, and be in the most scariest places alone. So when we say, can you see how that therefore they cannot be controlled by toxicity? They won't hold on to a job or a situation or a relationship just because they're afraid of being alone or on their own or left behind. So the power of being alone is just an example of you would have to process every single emotion, solve every single issue, be there for you, okay? And take those actions and alignments and purge those fears, those comfort zones. You know, it's all uncomfort zones in everything. So that's what you're kind of going through with this Taurus energy full moon completion. Not to add on, we're closing out the South Node. The karma is huge right now, as in the lessons, the growth, the wrapping it up, the letting go. We have an aspect, and I just posted this on another social media platform, the Scorpio energy and, oh gosh, what was it? Scorpio and, something that we're going through now is the lesson is learning to let go. Learning to let go of what's not serving you. Learning to let go of something you're forcing, because if you're forcing it, you're in a karmic lesson. Okay, there's some growth or control, letting go of control. So all the big lessons of life. So this full moon is going to shake up. Shake it all up, all right? Shake shit up. And especially where you're comfortable and your comfort zone, okay? What else? It's going to show you anything you need to say goodbye to that is not supporting you. And it's like anything that's not supporting you, not security for you, not stable for you, it's time to say goodbye, because what's the point? This full moon will show you, well, what's the point of this? If I'm not getting that out of it, what's the point of it? Okay, so that, and look at this. We can't make it up. Look, the star card, which is about alignment, planetary alignment, star alignment, for your blessings, to your blessings, your alignment, so you can come into blessings, so the universe can bless you, bring you into those beautiful feelings of nourishment, stability, connection, unity within on a deeper level, where you feel safe, where you feel protected, where you feel loved unconditionally. And when I say loved unconditionally, I mean in a healthy way. A lot of people believe I love you unconditionally, so I put up with all your toxicity. That's not loving unconditionally. That's enabling. That's keeping someone at a lower frequency. That's accepting all their toxicity and everything about them, so they don't grow and they don't heal. Unconditional love in a healthy way is loving someone, allowing them to grow, pulling them up, having the hard moments that make them grow. And unconditional love is seen in people when how much effort they want to put into you, through the bad times, through the good times, through the hard times, okay? Not keeping you in toxicity and making out that's love and this beautiful bonded, like, look what I went through for you, look what I sacrificed, look what I put up with for you. That's enabling. Truth, accountability, and in a healthy way, allowing you to grow out of your structures, bad habits and toxicity. That's healthy unconditional love. We seem to have this very mixed up. We live in a day and age now where everything's about passion, desires, needs being met. And that's somehow love. The more toxicity you put up with, the longer you prove your love. It's this, it's really unhealthy and really toxic. There's much healthier ways to grow and evolve yourself. The other is no evolution. See, North Node, it's all about this North Node, leap of faith into the unknown. What's not working for you, what's not giving to you, what's not secure, and that's a yes. See, going inward, Hermit, trusting your intuition, healing, grounding, earthing, connecting to self, your own energy field, holding your light. See the dark around this, the light, getting back into your alignment. We've got Hermit and healing. I mean, Taurus would be a great energy to go in and nurture yourself, show yourself unconditional love, ground into who you are now or who you want to be. And you cannot do that unless you purge all of your emotions. Because look at this, we have Empress and High Priestess. Empress is rebirthing you. It's Taurus. It's Libra energy. It's Mother Nature. It's balance. It's grounded. It's nourishment. It replenishes and keeps growing and growing. It's time to rebirth you into your new higher contract, into your true self. See through all the hidden aspects of you and who you are now, and implementing that into the 3D, the earth, like becoming We say walk your talk, talk your talk. You trust your heart, follow your heart, whatever it is. It's all about releasing the burdens that you're carrying under the Empress. So rebirthing, releasing, replenishing, and justice. See, we have to step into these higher contracts now. These Akashic records here with the High Priestess are secrets even you might know that were in you. Okay, so it's the hidden. It comes out on the day. So all of a sudden you've got a rush of emotions. You're like, oh my gosh, this is who I am now. This is what I want, or I'm really clear out of nowhere, or whatever it is. That was downloaded from the higher self, the High Priestess, the activation of the divine through you, right? It reveals on the day, it reveals on the moment, or it unleashes you to act instinctively, intuitively. And here's the Justice card. That's about contracts, karmic contracts, justice, balance. You have to sign up now, signing the dotted line of the contracts that you pre-wrote and predestined. Okay, so big stuff here, massive stuff here. And here we have, taking that step, that new beginning into your own independence, your own energy, who you are, being entrepreneurial in that mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. This is who I am now. I have to work and put in the work and build. And for others of you, where you have already done that, receiving, it's time for me to put energy into who I'm becoming, be independent, step into my new spiritual contracts here. It's kind of like it's a wrap. It's a karmic wrap coming up. It's a you wrap coming up. It's a wrap of whatever you really don't want to be anymore. Okay? And they just shift. See, putting the past behind you. It's going to be very stressful. You have to look at all your disappointments. You have to look at all of these mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, where you're burnt out, where you're over it, where you're done, where you can't put in anymore. Where have you really tried to get someone to see you or value you or whatever? Where we've put in all this effort to burnout, we're putting the past behind us now. It's like there's nothing more I can do. Like, what's the point? I'm here, I'm giving, I'm this, I'm that, I'm blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is for you, you're just coming to those. Like, I've put in 110% here. You still don't see, do this, that, whatever it is within you, how you're feeling about whatever, could be anything in your life. You're in this energy. Hanged man, they're suspending you in it to because you didn't see it correctly. You're really going to be stuck in it. And it's time to stand up for yourself, defend yourself, stand in your truth, become, this is Pentacle, become who you are, stand in that truth and feed only that. Okay? And here's the rebirth, endings and rebirth. Okay, and that is manifesting now, and I can't make it up, closing out cycles, 10 of Swords. Whatever has played its course out, its cycle out, even if you're like, no, this hasn't cycled out, the divine's like, it's a wrap, there's no more growth here. You've learned all you needed to learn, or you got betrayed, or you needed to be betrayed, or you've completed all the lessons here. Whatever it is, it's a wrap. And see, victorious over deceit, deception, self-sabotage, allowing people to deceive and decept you. I call it all the fakers, or the frenemies, or the enemies, or the false people, or the people that you were trying to give to, that they were only in it for their own gain, whatever it is. Or it could be a cycle where, old karmic programs and that you had to learn this lifetime of deceit, deception, betrayal, abandonment, all of that. They're closing out as well. So it's good. Divine intervention. See, you're only up for genuine offers. You're only there for who's supporting, who's giving, who's seeing value both ways, who's on board, and who's bringing in abundance and flow and nurture. Toxicity's out. Toxicity's out. We're done. We're over it. We're not bringing it in anymore. We're not turning a blind eye to it. We're moving forward with passion, ideas, inspiration, and now we can align to our 10 of Pentacles, where we can grow and build a lifetime where everything comes together into union, into alignment. The Two of Cups, higher path, higher purpose, higher connection. And here it is. There it is, the 8 of the new spiritual journey, the full moon in Taurus, the cup that's missing, the piece of the pie, the new journey, the next evolution of you. The universe saying, you've got one more journey, and that's an alignment to your North Node, to your destiny. And here we have the passion, the communication, the start, getting the information, and here's the fated wheel of change. Any imbalance in your life, indecision, anything unclear, unreciprocated, out of emotional alignment is done. We're moving on. That is a final decision, stepping into your power. King of Wands represents, an Emperor is self-empowerment. It's also taking action. It's standing in your truth. Stop it. Not yet. And walkies. And then 3 of Swords, so moving past all old hurt, heartbreak, and what is holding you back. And you can only do that through purging your emotions, embracing them, seeing them for what they are, standing in you, and being bold and moving, seeing the growth, ready for the next mission and life, and standing on and in your own self-empowerment. It's very masculine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy. We're balancing up with that, our spiritual self and who we are. And we're going to build a foundation in that, and relationships. Anyone working against, again, you can see it. You see through it. You've got the courage, the strength now, thanks to Mars, which is happening now, versus Uranus. Anything resistant, anyone not, progressing, healing, nurturing, growth, anything resistant, anything lack, anything that's a struggle, it's out. It's out in the cold. Like, there's no more. Like, there's no progression here, where you're restricted. Who restricts your growth? Who keeps you in the lower frequencies? Who brings drama? Who brings chaos? Who loves all that? You're moving into new paths, celebration. Who's negative here? Past life connections, the truths are here, the facts are the facts. You have to make a head over heart decision sometimes. New energies coming in to collaborate, communicate, wish fulfillment. 10 of Cups, where I'm happy, where I'm content, where I'm nourished, where I'm nurtured, where love is. It's so interesting when you walk into a house. It doesn't matter what the house is. It's the feeling of the house. It's the love in the house, or a person, or a place. It's can you feel the love here? You can walk into, anywhere, as someone who enjoys their work. You can feel that, someone who just has a house of love, or brings love or nurture to a home. You can feel that. I don't care if you've got one chair. It's you can feel it. All right. Building on that, protecting yourself, moving forward. Sudden towers. These are your divine interventions here. They're sudden. They're fast. They're Mars. They're direct. They're going to hit you like lightnings hit a building. Reevaluation of all your emotions. This is also like illusions, delusions, deceptions, grief, hidden emotions, buried emotions, insecurities, the moon card. It's all going to be illuminated. I love it when we get the sun over the DEVEL card. I love it because this is shining a light, victory and success over who this is, what this is in your life, or your own shadows, your own insecurities, your own blocks, your own limitations. It's all illuminated, but it's also the sun overriding this, okay? And anything hidden and false and blah, blah, blah. So it's all good. So nothing moving at the moment, but you will, and you're sort of planning because there's fate and timing and judgment. And you have to get in alignment and make choices now. And this is going to bring inner outer conflict because it's going to push you out of your comfort zone into your comfort, nurtured, practical, logical, where we can work, we can be nourished, loved, where it's stable, where it's secure. Balance, temperance. Temperance is the balance, the laws of cause and effect, karma. It's bringing everything back into divine order for the next natural evolution of you. And anything that's an illusion, a delusion, anything you didn't want to see, didn't want to face, didn't come into reality, didn't want to bring into reality, or whatever was an illusion or not growing, it's going to be in the distance. You're going to now want to move beyond your current energy, situation, person, place, whatever it is. It's all about growth and expansion now into your North Node alignment, and nothing is stopping that. It is a higher power, as we can see, that you wrote, that you signed up for. Okay, take care. I'm going to leave it there. Bless, ground, try and really connect in with yourself, and don't dismiss anything. Don't let that intuition, the old angel and other one on your shoulder, they're going to be on there talking in your ear. Okay, so take care. All right, bye.